What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and today I'm back to bring you those 40 facts on the world of Warhammer 40K. Now today, we are diving deep into the bowels of Nurgle's gardens as we talk about the hideous, the disgusting, the gruesome, the terrifying. I said, the terrifying. The terrifying. Oh, come on. These guys are not terrifying at all. I mean, look at them. They're sassy, they're cute, they're Nurglings. So Nurglings are essentially little gremlins for Nurgle's domains. They're like little cutesy wootsy. I mean, look at this guy. I can't get past the sassiness of this one. It's like I just want to splotch him in every base of my Chaos Army to have sassiness everywhere. But no, honestly, Nurglings are pretty... How do I put it? They're basically just annoying little things that just kind of appear, and they're just going to keep on poking at you and scratching at you, and eventually you're going to get sick. So, I don't know, I like them, but at the same time, I don't. It's hard to explain. It's a love-hate relationship, unless you're talking about this one. I just love this one. But this Nurgling right here just makes me want to throw dollars at him. Anyway, guys, let's dive into these 40 facts on the Nurglings. So like I said before, Nurglings are the minions of Nurgle, and they are the most favored of this demonic chaos god. They're much smaller than plague bearers, who serve as the demonic foot soldiers, and then there's great unclean ones that are the greater demons of Nurgle. But Nurglings barely are over a foot tall. They resemble Grandfather Nurgle, just in a smaller version, and they're basically formed from the insides of the great unclean ones. So think of them as just like residue and filth and like grime just becoming sentient. Anyway, Nurglings serve the filth father in which they were formed, often pretending that their progenitor is Nurgle himself. They play with the folds of his flesh, fetch morsels for him to consume, pick at his sores, or even give him new sores. Nurgle and most of the other fellow Nurgle demons are very playful in nature, and these guys are the most playful of them all. Now, Nurglings are also very mischievous. They bite, they claw, they pull, and they literally tear at anything that catches their fancy. Mortal servants of the Plague God quickly learn not to trust anything too valuable to these Nurglings, for they will return to find the item utterly destroyed, often torn to pieces and covered in filth. When the Death Guard Traitor Legion goes to war, infestations of Nurglings appear spontaneously. They wriggle through the innards of plague ships like little maggots, plopping unexpectedly from ventilation grates, and sometimes they just frolic in the cesspools that collect in the vessel's bowels. When on the battlefield, they usually spill from ammunition crates, or cling gleefully to the hulls of advancing tanks. Sometimes they even burrow inside the innards of the Plague Marines as they march into war. In some occasions, they attach themselves to individual warriors, following their masters around like little faithful pets, attempting to help them wherever they can. But many Death Guard find these little mites a constant annoyance, as they usually fetch blight grenades whenever it's not necessary. Sometimes they even scramble up broken armor and limbs to kind of appease their masters. And the funniest thing is when they mimic bellowed orders in their little squeaky voice while waving their little stubby arms around. However, their presence is also believed to be a sign of Nurgle's favor, for the grandfather does not entrust his little pretties to just any mortal servant. However, Nurglings are not a dangerous opponent. Even though they are demons, a grown human can simply just kick it aside without much difficulty. That is why Nurglings usually gather in monstrous swarms, making up for their lack of strength with raw numbers. Their favorite method of attack is to literally overrun a single individual, bring him down under the sheer mass of their little, putrid bodies. All for their mischief, Nurglings prove to be a surprisingly powerful asset when fighting gets tough. Masses of them swarm across the battlefield, finding their way into hiding places such as tank wrecks, sewer systems, corpse-choked ruins, and such. As the enemy draws near, the Nurglings erupt from their concealment like a plague, piling atop one another over and over again until they literally clog the mouths of these enemies as they try to scream. And that pretty much is all there is to know on Nurglings. So what did you guys think about these little frolicking fellows? Like I said, I have a love-hate relationship with them. I hate Nurgle demons because they're just so tough on the battlefield, but it's so hard to hate them. I mean, they just look cute. They're little squishy blobs of pus and putridness. But all in all, they're pretty cool. I mean, I can't ignore that fact. If you guys have played Nurglings, are they as good as like Necron swarms, as Scarab swarms for that matter? I feel like they're similar to Ripper swarms and that kind of like. But again, I'm not 100% sure how they play. Never played Nurgle, played against them, and Plague Bearers are pretty tough, so I'm assuming Nurglings are as well. Again, guys, let me know what other topics you guys want us to cover. We've gone and talked about Bloodletters, and then we talked about the Plague Bearers, and now we've gotten these little Nurglings. If you guys want some Tzeentchian lore or some Slaaneshi stuff, let me know down in the comments. Or perhaps you want to move away from chaos and dive into other Xenos lore. Again, just let us know. And that's pretty much all I have to talk about to you guys today. Don't forget, we do have a Facebook page, so go on over there to check out all things 40K and nerdy. We also have a Patreon page, and with Patreon, you're guaranteed to get an extra For the Greater Wall video for only $1 a month. So check it out, guys. And with that, I am the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.